to help me improve my emotional intelligence, I found taking note of the little things was crucial to helping me improve and grow and develop this skill at the rate that I am. Now, what do I mean by take note of the little things? So I sat down and I thought about it, and it comes to two different areas. The first one is body language. So what do I mean by body language? Well, in particular, there's two areas of body language that I found I was able to pinpoint and to notice. And once I raised that self-awareness, not only of my own body language, but of other people's, I was able to really hone in on how other people might actually be feeling in that situation, depending on their body language. So the first thing is their eyes. If someone is constantly looking around and they're not looking at you like that, your brain right now is freaking out thinking, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? Why does he keep looking over there? Like, what's over there? Right? So your brain doesn't like that. And it's a kind of cringe and niche saying, but it's the saying, the eyes are the window into your soul. And I believe this because the eyes, not only do they show confidence if you're able to look into someone's eyes in silence, just like I'm doing now, but the eyes can also convey warmth. And you actually see the smile muscles. Like, if I smile, you'll see the smile muscles squeeze together almost. And you'll actually be able to see that. They sort of wrinkle up towards around this part of your face. And that's only if someone is genuinely smiling. So that's the first thing. The second thing, well, be nice if I could spell, is posture. All right, you got that? Posture is a big one for me because I've been able to notice whether people are really engaged in the conversation we're having or not purely by their body language. Their posture, I should say, as well as their eyes. So if I'm facing this way, got my legs on this table, which is why, let me just readjust that. Oh, God. Is that all right? Is that not all right? I have no idea. Well, as this is raw and unfiltered, that'll be right. Okay. So if I was facing my body language this way, and I was talking to you, and you guys are over here, and I'm facing this way, do you really think that I care about this conversation? Like, let's be real, right? If I'm facing this way, why on earth would you feel like I'm really engaged and connected in this conversation if my whole body is turned this way? It just doesn't make sense, right? So I find that posture is a big one to show the other person that you're listening and you're understanding. So that's body language with yourself. Now, you can also pick this up in other people. If this other person is not fully engaged from head to toe in this conversation, you'll be able to pick it up straight away. If their body language is all over the place, or if their eyes are moving and they're very jittery, they could either be nervous, or that might just be a subtle, very subtle sign that they're not vibing with the conversation. They're just not there presently. And that can be a bit of a problem, right? If you want to develop your connection with people, it's a two-way transaction. Both you and the other person need to be present. So that's it on body language. These are just some things to pick up on. If a person is giving you direct eye contact and their body is facing you from head to toe, they are connected into this conversation. Now, bear in mind, this doesn't mean that their mind might wander, because everyone's does. It's probably happened right now in this video, because that's just how the human brain works. I don't have a better explanation for that, except that's just how it is. You can do things to improve this, but that's just how it is, right? So now, there's another thing, and that is vocal inflections. Just make sure I can spell this word right. So what are vocal inflections? Well, if you look at Vinh Giang, his content, or Vanessa Van Edwards, her content, you'd know that I just used vocal inflections. And part of having a melodic tone of voice is to include different pitches that you're saying each word. So some people, when they talk, they end their sentences on a high pitch. Doesn't sound right, does it? And that's because I am making myself sound very questionable. You're not going to know if I'm actually believing what I say. So if I hear this in another person, I'd ask. I would just simply ask. Now, in a video I've made previously about just guessing. If you're not sure about someone and what they're feeling, their emotion that they're feeling in that specific moment, just guess. And that plays a big part here in being able to understand vocal inflections and how they impact not only your daily life, but the people around you. So if you ask them a question, oh, g'day mate, how's your day been? And they go, yeah, it's been all right. Ask them. You know, you can say, really? That didn't sound very convincing. Now, not only does this add a little bit of humor, some people laugh, some people don't. If you're like me and you laugh at your own jokes, then I would laugh, give it a little chuckle. But it gives them a better understanding. Oh, let me rephrase that. It gives them a better chance to let you understand them. And not only that, they feel understood as well. Because if in this situation you can guess the emotion, like I said last week, or whenever I made the video, is people will feel heard and they feel understood. And that is the key part of having this connection with other people. So you've picked up on their body language, whether it be their eyes or their posture, and you've noticed vocal inflections in their voice. So then you've asked, you've guessed the emotion, you've got it wrong, and then they've told you, or you've got it right, and then they feel even more understood. So what now? Right? So what does it do? Now, for me and my experience with it, it does two things. And I've briefly touched on it just then. So it gives you an understanding of the other person. So it gives you an understanding of the other person. And you're able to feel more connected. Because if you're like me, and with all this social media and everything that's online these days, sometimes all I need is just a good chat. On days that I don't feel very good, whether it be physically, mentally, whatever it is, I find if I just go outside and talk to people, whether it be I'm going to the petrol station to fill up my car, or I'm going to get a haircut, talking to the people and having that human connection is something that we all crave, whether we want to admit it or not. So not only does picking up on the little things give you an understanding of the other person, it also makes them feel understood. And as a result, they feel better. You feel better. And it's a win-win for everyone, because not only are you satisfying that crave, they're feeling satisfied coming out of it too. So, you might be thinking, what's in this for you? To which I will say, how do I word this? Aha! 2 words. I have no idea if I'm spelling this word right. Who cares? Social fulfillment. So for the reasons that I just explained, if you get a better understanding of the person that you're talking to, and they feel better understood, both parties will leave the conversation feeling socially fulfilled. You guys will feel much better that you've been able to connect with such a lovely human being. Someone that seems genuine. And I take everyone who watches this content to be genuine. And it's a very optimistic assumption. And I think for the most part, it's accurate, because why on earth would someone want to improve this skill if they weren't genuine? If they didn't want to improve their connection with others and their understanding of themselves? To wrap things up for this video, if you guys were to take one thing out of this video, it would be that taking note of the little things can really benefit the other person, but also yourself. You both come out of the transaction feeling nice, feeling warm, and that sense of fulfillment. And that can mean whatever it means to you. But to me, fulfillment means a good feeling. Just socially feeling good. Because I love communicating and connecting with other people. And through social media these days, I feel like that is lost. So to recap, take care or take note of the little things in yourself and other people too. So body language, look for the eyes. What are the eyes doing? Look at their posture. Look at your own posture too. Take a mental note of it, right? Are they fully present? Eyes, body, everything? Or are they a bit all over the place? You'll be able to tell. And then your vocal inflections. Guess the emotion. Just guess. And don't be scared. I know that you might feel a bit scared now that I've said that, but just try. You have everything to gain if you try. So just try. And what are you going to get out of it? They will feel better understood. You will better understand them, and you'll both come out socially fulfilled. As always, change starts with you. You guys have a good day.